Alright folks, welcome back to the Don's channel. I am the Don Father and I'm about to do a request for a brand new channel member, Dixie George. Thanks very much for becoming a channel member, it is greatly appreciated. And Dixie George's request is read Skelton's Pledge of Allegiance. It's a heavily requested video in the comment section of other videos, so I'm only getting around to do it now, but if I finally got the nudge in the right direction, courtesy of our brand new channel member. If anybody else would like a personalised video request and shout out, check out our Patreon account or simply join the channel as well. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share and put the bell on, and also subscribe to our Rumble account as well. And over there you hit the boxing glove. It's the equivalent of a like on YouTube, so thanks very much. The link to the original video, as always, will be in the description section below. And that's it. So, no more talking. Let's go.
I remember a teacher that I had. Now, I went through the 7th grade. I went to the 7th grade. And I left home when I was 10 years old because I was hungry. This is true. I work in the summer and I go to school in the winter. But I had this one teacher. He was the principal of the Harrison School in Vincennes, Indiana. To me, this was the greatest teacher, a real sage of my time, anyhow. He had such wisdom. And we were all reciting the Pledge of Allegiance one day. And he walked over, this little old teacher. Mr. Laswell was his name. Mr. Laswell. He says, he says, I've been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester. And it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. If I may I recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity. Allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom. Wherever she waves, there's respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. United. That means that we have all come together. States. Individual communities that have united into 48 great states. 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose. All divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose. And that's love for country. And to the Republic. Republic. A state in which sovereign power is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern. And government is the people. And it's from the people to the leaders. Not from the leaders to the people. For which it stands. One nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all. For all. Which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance, under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that would be eliminated from schools too?
Wow, brilliant. I've heard the Pledge of Allegiance before, of course, and I've seen it in films where it's been said, in the schools actually. I've never heard it broken down like that, and it's absolutely fascinating, to tell you the truth, and I totally get it. One thing I will say is I'm nearly sure people have told me that it has now been removed from the schools, and as he said, because it's been, the two words "under God" has been added, that would be considered a prayer, and that could possibly be removed from schools. Well, America is a melting pot of different religions, different races, different nationalities, all make up the great history and landscape of the United States of America today. However, what I will add is, the America that you live in was based on a core of Christian values, a lot like the UK. I believe we're Christian countries that welcome other people from all different walks of life, and they can live as equals in a free society, and that's exactly how we want our countries to be. But fundamentally, I believe our countries are Christian countries with Christian values. I'm not standing here and trying to say to you that I'm the biggest religious person in the world and forcing Christianity down everybody's throat. However, I do believe children at a young age should be getting taught the same as what we were taught, and the Pledge of Allegiance was clearly something that would have been done many years ago, over the years, and it's something that recently has since been stopped as far as I'm aware. And maybe possibly they've removed those two words, "under God," if they still do it as well, because it could potentially be considered a prayer. Well, I'm quite happy because my children actually go to a school where they still celebrate Christmas, Easter, they still do their nativity plays, they still have hymns in school, they still have the odd prayer in school. There's a Christian core to the school, and I know that the way the world is going now, that is probably only a matter of time before they try and put an end to that also. Because there's so many different religions, we want to include everyone. But I still believe that they should be aware of these Christian values. Like, we all celebrate, in my family and in this country here, near enough everyone that's going to be going to the schools here will celebrate Christmas. They'll open up presents on Christmas Day from Santa, but we cannot forget the real reason why we have it, and that is because of Jesus Christ being born. So it's just these things. It's getting at the point is, there's nothing wrong with being so proud of your country. It is quite a unique thing to the United States as well, doing a Pledge of Allegiance, because that's not actually something we do here in the UK. I'm not aware of any other country that would do a Pledge of Allegiance to their flag, to their country and to liberty, which is absolutely fascinating, and I love that. I can understand now that that sort of way of thinking is becoming something that's under threat. They're trying to change these things for whatever reason. But let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think the Pledge of Allegiance should still be said every morning in the school? Sorry, I could barely get the words out. Was the reason for it because what Red Skelton said there, "under God" was added and it was considered a prayer? Are they taking the Christianity out of the schools? And look, I'm not opposed to, I actually worked with a guy, he was from Tunisia, and he says that he didn't want his child in the morning assemblies because they weren't of the Christian faith, and there was quite a lot of Christian things. I said, that's actually fair enough, you know, at the end of the day, that's your child, that's your way of thinking. But at the end of the day, the school in itself shouldn't have to change to suit other people either, but you should be allowed the option whether or not you want to go to it, to include everyone if you like. So that's just my take on it. I'm just interested, just a few questions it raised, because I know that this is something that I've read's been took out of it. I love that Pledge of Allegiance But it does come across as quite a sad thing that it's all been stopped. But the way the world's going now, it seems you're not allowed to do anything. You're not allowed to, any of your old ways of life. They're trying to completely change and stop. They're almost trying to make everybody unreligious as well in some sort of ways. So strange times how they've got, it's like a cancel culture. We'll cancel that doesn't include them, that's not inclusive of other people. Oh, we'll change that because we don't want to offend people here. And it's just quite sad really. I think what we do an awful lot, or not me personally, but I think what the world is doing right now is overthinking a lot of things. People aren't that offended. You're encouraging them to be. There is a difference. I think people are going out their way to be offended by things. I wouldn't go to certain countries in the world and start going, I don't like the way you do this, I don't like the way you do it. I think you should change it to suit me and my beliefs and my culture that I grew up in. That simply is unacceptable. It's not respectful from me as an individual. If I go to somebody else's country, I'm going there to experience their cultures, their way of life, not to impose my ways on them. So I think we should have learned things like that don't work anymore. Let's not do that anymore. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked from the video. It was quite... I know the Pledge of Allegiance. It was very interesting to see it broke down like that, but the message at the very end got me, because it has had that sort of cancel. It's been cancelled in a lot of schools. So a couple of questions there I'd like for people to answer in the comments section. I have put my 2 pence in as well. It's just little things that I sort of stand true to, what I believe should be the case. But at the end of the day, one person doesn't decide for everyone. And I like how he said it's the people that put put politicians in power and government, and they represent the people, the will of the people, not the other way around. And it seems the modern world is politicians make decisions for the people, and the people don't seem to have a say in it. They give you this illusion of your vote matters. It doesn't seem to, but a lot of that touches on quite a lot of things. From something so old, it's touching on quite a lot of things that is corroding in front of our very eyes in the modern world. So it's quite sad really. But anyway, look, thanks very much for watching. If anybody else has got anything else they'd like to see and they would like a personalised shout out, join the channel or simply become a patron as well, and follow the tiers on how to do it. Thanks very much for watching everyone. The link to the original video will be in the description section below if you want to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share, and put the bell on. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.